Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another trade episode of Trade Rumors with the Minnesota Twins. This time we're going to be covering another San Francisco Giant. You saw it in the title and the thumbnail. It will be Will Smith. And the reason I'm doing this video separate from Madison Bumgarner compared to what I did yesterday with Marcus Stroman and Ken Giles is because I don't think anybody has really put Will Smith and Madison Bumgarner together in a, package deal. Because Madison Bumgarner is way up here. He's like one of the top guys that people are going to be trying to go get. There's a ton of teams involved. Are the Twins in that? I don't really know. But then it kind of works its way down into individual needs that the team needs. And I know a lot of you guys have said, hey, we need a lefty reliever, right? And there's a couple of things I want to say before we jump into his stats and, of course, how he'll fit in the team and everything. But there's a couple of things. The Twins, in my opinion, again, I want to know your opinion on this. I don't think the Twins need a starting pitcher. At least one that is, if he can crack the top three, that's a different story, like Madison Bumgarner. But, like I said, I don't think Madison Bumgarner is the guy. But other than that, I don't think we need a starting pitcher. I do think our bullpen could get a little bit better. And I agree that we're going to need a couple more lefties in the bullpen because we have Rogers. That's it. However, in that case, it is a little bit of a stretch, and I think somebody like Will Smith would be better. We do have, Devin Smeltzer, Thorpe. If we wanted to bring Mejia back, we do have him as an option. So those are three guys, three lefties that we could use if we did not want to go out and pick up a left-handed reliever. Now, with that being said, I do think Will Smith is probably one of our best options so far that I would propose us getting. I don't think he is a bad choice by any means, and if we can get him for pretty cheap, which I think we could get Will Smith for pretty cheap. I mean, he is one of the best relievers, if not one of the best relievers on the market. This this trade deadline, I guess I should say. But when you look at all the other relievers, there are not as many that are left-handed, right? Because you've got the NL Central with Josh Hader, Aroldis Chapman, but more than likely those two guys are off the market. You've got Taylor Rogers. We already got him. Will Smith. I don't know if I'm really forgetting anyone else. There are not a lot of left-handed guys, that are available, right? So Will Smith could be one of the best if we can pull him out for cheap. And he is a guy that, has really good numbers, and he's done solid over, the past couple of years. So let's go through his 2019 season so far. He has finished the most games out of any reliever this season at 35. That's the most he's ever had ever before. He finished with 27. He finished 27 games last season. He's got a 1-0 record, an ERA of under 2. Very good for a reliever. Anytime a reliever's ERA is, 1.5 to 2, fantastic. Anything under that is obviously great, but that is great. I like that. He's got 23 saves on the season, 0 blown saves. So there you go. 100% save opportunity. That's fantastic. And I'll tell you who we can get rid of in a second here. But he's pitched 31 1/3 innings, given up 21 hits, 8 earned runs, 53 strikeouts to 8 walks. That is phenomenal. That is a strikeout rate of 13.1. And that's a strikeout per nines, I mean. His strikeout per walks is 6.63. Again, blows every single season out of the water. He has been absolutely fantastic. 2 walks per 9 innings, a 0.7 home runs per 9 innings, and his whip is 0.78. 0.798. There you go. That is absolutely incredible. This guy is a diamond in the rough, or I guess that's not really the right expression. He is, a guy who is very underrated, and he's a needle in the haystack. How about that? That's a great year that he's having. Again, with a bad team. The Giants are not a good team. Aren't they the worst in the NL West? I think so. So, realistically, this would be a great guy to pick up. I actually really like this idea. If you want to look at his career, His career's not as good, but, he's been getting better as he's gotten older. Again, he's only 29. This is a guy we could lock down 4, 5, 6 years after this, who's not going to want as much money as somebody like Stroman or Bumgarner, right? And he's a left-handed guy, so we could really use him with Rogers in the bullpen. And he's got a 3.8 WAR for his career, 1.5 this season, 21-22 win-loss record, but who really cares about that for relievers, because that's over the course of his career. 3.51 ERA, a little bit higher than I would like, right? But he's been doing good at the last couple of years. When his ERA was really high, it was his first year with the Kansas City Royals, and then with Milwaukee in 1 year, and then the second year he was in Milwaukee. So there you go. So Milwaukee and Kansas City didn't do so well there, but in a pitcher's ballpark like, the Giants or Minnesota, that could really work. He's got 17 games started. That's not what I wanted to read. 38 saves, 381 innings pitched, 451 strikeouts, and a career whip of 1.2. So that's pretty good over the course of, again, his career, which is 7 seasons. That's not bad at all. Now, let's shift over to where we put him, right? What role would he take? I think we really have a good situation with Rogers closing out games. I mean, we have had a couple of different guys closing. I don't think Blake Parker is as good as we thought he was coming into this season. And we also have Cody Allen, who is in AAA Rochester right now, if we wanted to bring him up at the end of the year. He's done well in the minor leagues. Again, it's the minor leagues, but I think he could be a guy we pull up as well. So, what do we do? Honestly, I mean, like I keep saying, we could ship out a guy like Littell, Duffy, somebody who just, doesn't pitch all the time, Mejia even, if you wanted to trade lefties. But I think Blake Parker would be a great trade straight up because this is a lefty. We're going lefty for righty here. I don't know how many righties the Giants would need. But again, Blake Parker would be pitching in a pitcher's ballpark. He struggled in Minnesota just a little bit. Still done very well. But if we straight up trade Blake Parker for Will Smith, that could work. Again, very similar in, stats, age. I guess Blake Parker is more of a free agent. He's got a 1-year deal, I believe. But I think, is Will Smith a 1-year deal too? I think it would be a great just swap straight over. And like I said, Blake Parker is not a bad pitcher by any means, but that's a guy who will do well in a pitcher's ballpark, and I think he could do well with the Giants. And if we decide to do that, we don't lose any space, right? We're just straight up trading Blake Parker for Will Smith. They're getting a good reliever, probably, that they can use longer term as well. We're getting a good reliever that we can try to win the World Series with. And everybody, I think, would be happy in that case. If we throw in Blake Parker and maybe, a prospect who's not as good, not somebody like Thorpe or Nick Gordon, but just somebody maybe AA, that could also work out as well. So I think there are a lot of easier trades that we could get for Will Smith, and he would fit right into the lineup. I guess I don't think he would be the closer. I think Rogers or if we do keep Parker would still have those positions locked, but Will Smith could come in the 7th and 8th and shut him down for a batter or two if we need him to, or if he did become our closer and, Rogers moves to the 7th and 8th and he takes on that role, that's even better too, because then we have 2 or 3 lefties, depending on if we bring Thorpe or Smeltzer or keep Mejia. We would have 3 lefties in the bullpen, and we can really use them, 1-2 punches. And that would really, really work out for us, I think, moving down the stretch and getting matchups, working into the World Series. So I really like this trade idea. Again, I don't think this trade packages with Bumgarner. It just seems like we would have to give up too much for Bumgarner. And I mean, if we could get them both, I think that would be fine. I think that would be better than just trading for Bumgarner if we can get a guy like Will Smith. But I definitely want to know your opinion on the package deal, if you think that there could be a package deal in the works, or if you just want Will Smith, what you'll trade for him, or if you don't want Will Smith. Of course, I want to know that as well. I know a lot of people have said you want relievers. I want to know who you guys think we should go out and get if Will Smith and Ken Giles are two options that are off the table. So that's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys missed yesterday's video, click right above my head or any of the other trade videos. Go to my channel and check it out. Also, leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I hope these videos help you guys maybe think a little bit more about the trades or give you guys a voice to comment down in the comments, because I want to hear what you guys have to say about your opinions on the trades. So that's all I got for you today. Again, click above my head if you want to check out yesterday's video, and we will see you tomorrow for another one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.